Man, oh man, this Haason Reddick thing just got really weird. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season with conversational pieces, breaking news, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it, and let's talk about Haason Reddick, shall we? Now, if you're sitting back and asking yourself, why are we always talking about Haason Reddick? Well, for multiple different reasons. One, the Cardinals are in big need of a pass rusher. Two, the Arizona Cardinals ended up drafting Haason Reddick in the NFL draft. And three, there is ties with Philadelphia, Jonathan Gannon, and Reddick. So what's happening right now is in a tribute to, it just makes sense for the Cardinals to potentially go after a Haason Reddick. Now, these storylines will not close and it will not come to an end unless a couple things happen, right? The trade deadline comes around, and as of right now in 2024, it's set to be on November the 5th, which is, I believe, is on a Tuesday. And then the second thing is that if Haason Reddick finally decides to come back and actually plays for the New York Jets. So a couple different things that right now still feels very, very far away from happening. So that's one of the main reasons why we're talking about Haason Reddick, right? Now, I do think that this story took an absolute weird turn for potentially the Cardinals going after him. We know what type of players we want in this locker room, right? High football character guys, football guys. And on top of that, we're looking for team first guys, right? Not first guys. So being the fact that Haason Reddick right now is still not showing up for the New York Jets, well, I know you can come back and actually say Haason Reddick knows his value, and that's one of the main reasons why he has not showed up to the New York Jets. And some people might have said that the New York Jets fumbled this whole situation because being the fact that he got traded from the Eagles to the Jets, they knew that there was some sort of contract, dispute that was happening, and why they didn't resolve it is absolutely beyond me. Now, let's talk about this whole storyline, right? Now, a couple days back, there was a report came out from Adam Schefter, and it was also confirmed with Ian Rappaport of the NFL Networks. This is what the report says. CAA has parted ways with New York's holdout pass rusher Haason Reddick per sources. Now, what does this mean? The company that's supposed to represent him, right, and actually have the negotiations with the Jets and his people, they ended up letting him go. They said, no, we're not going to represent you anymore. So a really weird situation that's unfolding. Obviously, this holdout is not in the best interest of his former sports agency, because it seems like Reddick is kind of going rogue and he's kind of doing his own thing. Now, like I said, right, there's going to be people out there saying that he knows his value and good for him. But in the end of the day, he's losing a lot of money, not even reporting, right? He's not even stepping foot into the Jets organization. So a really, really weird situation to kind of find ourselves in, right? Now, there was an article posted earlier this morning about, of course, Haason Reddick. Now, I want to be very clear. There's always two parts to a story, right? So take what we say here today with a grain of salt, make your own decision, and you can establish if you want the Cardinals to go after, Haason Reddick still. But this is what the article is titled. Jets hold out Haason Reddick's stiffed business partner of $1.6 million and hired goons to intimidate him. Now, this article is from New York Post. If you want to check off the entirety of the article, I definitely highly recommend you do so. But I just want to focus on the first 2 or 3 paragraphs of this article, and this is what it says. Disgruntled Jets linebacker Haason Reddick, who loses $800,000 for every game of his contract holdout, stiffed the business partner out of $1.6 million and allegedly sent goons to intimidate him, according to a lawsuit. Reddick, 30, was traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to New York in March and has failed to show up for Gangrene since. If his holdout lasts throughout the season, Reddick, whose agent quit this week, stands to lose $21.75 million. That's $14.25 million in base salary, $4.5 million in fines, and $3 million in bonuses, according to Football Insider reports. So a really, really interesting, weird situation, right? Now, the article also continues to explain as to like he ended up investing in a health agency or a health something to do with the health thing, and it didn't really work out. So, this article is really doing a job to kind of, I don't want to say defame his character, but they're really putting stuff out here and, making it seem like Reddick sent goons out there. Now, I don't know if this is 100% correct. Obviously, if it was put on the New York Post, there has to be some sort of validity to it. But yeah, absolutely wild situation to kind of find ourselves in right now with should the Cardinals go after a pass rusher like Haason Reddick? Now, I do believe that if the Cardinals win this game tomorrow versus the Green Bay Packers, then we will put ourselves in a better situation to potentially be buyers, right, in the trade deadline as opposed to sellers or just kind of staying pat. I think that this game is very, very crucial for the Cardinals to potentially win. Now, I'm not sitting here saying the Cardinals need to win this game or the season's over. No, I'm not saying that because there's still 10 plus games left after this game, but it's a step in the right direction. This organization and this team believes in Jonathan Gannon and this regime, and we're probably missing that one or two pieces. Now, it might not be Reddick after this article, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, if there is a situation where the Cardinals do go after a pass rusher, would I be excited about that? Of course. I think that's one of the biggest needs on the defensive side of the ball for the Cardinals. I still want the Cardinals to make a move, right? Now, it potentially obviously might not be Haason Reddick anymore because of this article and what's currently going on and how he's handling the situation as well. I don't think this is a Monty Austin-Fort type of move. Now, if something happens and the Cardinals go after Haason, of course, I will welcome him with open arms, and I hope he works out because we are in seriously need of a pass rusher, and Haason Reddick has averaged, 10 plus sacks the last 4 years. Now, this guy is a very, very good player, but you also got to be cautious as the fact that he's not having any football activity this year, right? I don't know if he's in football shape. I don't think anybody really knows if he was being able to stay in shape. The only thing we really know is that whole picture that was floating around, which looks like he was like in Japan. So we don't know. We don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but definitely, like I said before, this story took an absolute weird turn, and I'm curious to figure out what you guys think. What do you want the Arizona Cardinals to do? Do you still want the Cardinals to go after Haason Reddick, or after this, do you stay clear and say, okay, maybe not. We should still make a move, but maybe not for Reddick. Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.